upon a time, Burnley used to be percentages. That's what they used to be. They used to be, you know what I mean? We'll shut up shop and we'll nick one off a corner. That's what they used to be. Now all of a sudden, nah, man.
This guy, he just sounded like a wounded animal, man.
Listen, this lot are playing tiki-taka. This lot think like the Barcelona 99, man. That's what this lot are doing.
They're doing it, mate. They're doing it. And listen, I take my hats off to Vincent Kompany, Craig Bellamy and the staff down there. It's been brilliant. They've set a different culture. What a contrast to the football that was played. Listen, there's nothing wrong with Sean Dyche's football, yeah? But this is some attractive football that Kompany's brought to the championship even. So yeah, it's been brilliant. It's been brilliant to watch. I know that you're a Blackburn fan. Come on. But you gotta take your hats off.
I do have to take
And listen, one thing you got over Burnley anyway. You've won the Premier League, mate.
Mate, come on, man. I can't claim onto something that was 25 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm hanging on to something.
You need to, mate. You need to.
No, in all seriousness, what you've just said there is a really valid point, because Burnley get relegated, Vincent Kompany comes in as manager, all right? So there's loads of questions because he's done it abroad. Obviously, he's had his tenure abroad, hasn't he? He's stepped out of the limelight of being an elite footballer, moved into management, and he's done a little bit. Now he steps into English football. It raised a few eyebrows that he was coming back in at Burnley in the Championship. What's he going to do there? Everybody knows that, with all due respect to Burnley, they're not plush with cash. He's not going to have a ton of cash to spend. He's going to have to be savvy. He's going to have to play on some relationships. And, of course, he's got to get a group of lads to be able to gel and play his style of football, because anybody that's watched what Vincent Kompany did abroad in Belgium, they knew full well that he wasn't going to be lumping it up to the big man and looking for seconds. That's not what he was going to be doing. He was going to try and play some football there. And it's absolutely clicked. He's done it very, very cleverly. He's done it with expert coaching. And recruitment. Mate, the way that he is brought in the right guys, they say all the time, don't they? Okay, you've got to have the right technical players to be able to play a certain system, but you've also got to have the right personalities, people that want to run through brick walls for the manager, the ones that want to do the work off the ball. Burnley have been exquisite. There's no doubt about it. Listen, as a Blackburn fan that has got ambitions this year of trying to get into the playoffs and trying to join them, I mean, it'd be ridiculous if we managed to join them, but we're trying to join them.
You're not far off it. Not far off
it.
Yeah,
but in reality, Burnley and Blackburn right now are poles apart. You look down that M65 and you look at the way that they're playing football, the way they've gone about their business this year. They have been top class, and that all comes from the manager and a buy-in from the playing staff. I've got a lot of pals that are Burnley fans, so in a way I'm kind of happy for them, but obviously it does irk me that they're going to be back in the Premier League. And do you know something? I really hope, and I know I'm pretty confident in saying that they will do this. Sometimes you get some clubs, they get promoted playing a certain way, and then all of a sudden they've got to do that. All right, we're going to change now because we've got to stay in the Premier League. Yeah, I don't think Burnley will do that. No, I don't think Vincent Kompany will allow that to happen. I think he'll continue to play on his relationships, because there's not going to be a big pot of money that comes from nowhere all of a sudden. He's going to continue to play on those relationships, bring in some loanees, give some young guys an opportunity, get people to buy into his philosophy. And who knows, man, all their job, with all due respect to Burnley now, their job next year is to stay in the league. If it's by goal difference or a point, it doesn't matter. Stay in the league. And with Vincent Kompany at the helm, you know what I mean? They've got a really good chance to be able to do it. So congratulations to them. They played some good stuff.
It will be a different task next season, obviously, to stay in the Premier League. But when you're not winning the games that you're used to winning, like in the Championship, things happen, like the team morale, people not believing in the processes. But that's up to Vincent and his staff to keep that atmosphere going, keep it going.
He's not daft. He knows. As soon as the season starts, he'll be drilling into them lads. Said, listen, there's gonna be a lot of bumps here. Yeah. They've just had an FA Cup game against Manchester City where they got the pants pulled down and spanked, right? Yeah. So they've in a way they've kind of seen a little bit of the level already. They've had a little taste of it, right? That's your elite, that's your top boys. So there's going to be games that we play next year that we've got to be savvy. That we've got to pick the points up in these ones. You know what I mean? Try and get some points on the road in these games. Our job is to stay in the league. That's it. That's the job. Yeah,
but you know that game when we mentioned the Man City game. I think so I watched that from start to finish, and look, the style of play is that sort of football. Like builds from the back, slow process, possession-based football. But you can't do that against. Well, I commend him that he tried to do it against Man City, but Man City are juggernauts like this. They've been doing it. That's their style of play. They understand They understand it fully. It's the new type of football that everyone's trying to adapt to now. And possession-based football, that's the way forward, it looks like, for the future of football. And they just got outclassed because they got better players, But the style, I saw what they were trying to do. I saw exactly the shape. I saw exactly how they wanted to pass the ball forward and move around. And look, when you watch tonight's game as well, you just saw how they handled Borough. Like, they're so good at just, even if they lose the ball up top, they get that ball back and retain it back quickly. Like, they just really, they're obviously the best in the Championship at it. But they're going to try and transfer that spirit and the way they do things into the Premier League next season. And they will get away with it with some other Premier League teams and win comfortably,
Yeah.
With that style of play.
They'll have to mix it up, man. Because like you said, personnel, when you're playing out from the back and they've got people like Mo Salah chasing you down, you've got to be a little bit more.
Yeah, because they're quicker. Some of these boys are quicker, sharper in the mind. I'm not saying the championships are miles apart from Premier League, but you can tell the quality sometimes. Yeah. No, it is, isn't it? I was just trying to be polite.
Yeah.
But,
I know you were.
But you're going to have.
They've been the best. They've been the best team in the Championship.
This is going to be down
distance.
to his recruitment now. It's going to go down to recruitment. We know the style of play that he's going to try and employ. So now he just needs to get the recruitment right, get the team bonded together and understand there's going to be some changes. And then we'll see what goes from there. I'm really interested in the project they've got going over there.